The other thing I wanted to show you were some tags that I've been working on that kind of go along with the vintage antique looking that antique look that I've been so in love with lately. So this is the first one, and it has one of those images that I keep going back to. It's that paper from the K & Company that has all these vintage stamp images. So I crumpled up the paper. I don't know if you can see the details on that, but it says treasures. So I crumpled all the paper, and I've used some vintage photo and whole paper from Tim Holtz Distress Inks to distress the little image. And then up here I used one of the paper clips that Olga sent me. So thank you, Olga, so much. And I also used one of the fibers that she sent. Mixed it in with some of the seam binding that I bought the other day. And here's more of the lace that I used for the tag that I showed the other day. That taupe color lace that I got here. And some of the pearls that I bought the other day. And one of the extra pearls that I used on the trim on that card. That little leftover pearl, I just added it there. I thought it looked kind of cute since it was all with like old treasures and things that you find. So I kind of went with theme. And then at the bottom here I have the tiny flower that I made with the same paper from the phone book, and that pearl with a bling that I showed on my last video. And then at the bottom I added some Swarovski crystals. These are like the actual Swarovski crystals, they're not plastic or acrylic. So those were left over from my jewelry days and invitation days. And then on the back I used another one of the paper clips that Olga sent. I stamped the image from Stamper's Best that I just got, which is this one here. It's the notebook steno pad, paper. I keep saying pad. And I just wrote the little note there, and I added it to the back. And this whole tag was distressed using the inks that Mimi and Sharon sent me. So I used the walnut stain, the tea dye, and the old paper. I just mixed all those together in the background and played around with them to give it this kind of grungy vintage look. And I really like how it turned out. And then on the total opposite side of the spectrum is this one. And this is a more dainty ladylike one with like all the feminine colors and the two tones of purple seam binding. One of the acrylic flowers that I had found here in Puerto Rico. Another one of those images that are on the paper. And I distressed, I just inked the edges of that with one of my color box inks. And then at the bottom there's the same paper that I used for the thank you card. I used the leftover paper for the background, and then added some more of the trim from the Webster's pages. And on the back I just kept inking the background, and I used more of the paper with that little detail there. So that's what that one looks like. And the last one is completely different again, and this is an artsy one. And let me know what you think. It's very different, and I kind of like it because I like playing with this type of thing on my journals, but I don't know if it's too artsy for everyone's taste. But I used some inks in the background and just swashed the ink pads on the back and playing around with that. And then I used the vintage photograph stamp from Stamper's Best that I just got. I used that for this little image here. Used some liquid pearls in a whole bunch of colors. And this little charm here is one I had in my stash from when I used to make jewelry. So it's a frosted heart. And here's some liquid pearls again. And that's what that looks like in the front. And in the back it just has the stamped sentiment that says, art washes away from the soul the dust of everyday life. And to me, that's just how I feel, and why I love making these type of things and working in art. So, and the fiber over here is also from the fibers and trims that Olga sent. So thank you, Olga, again. I'm not hoarding things. I'm trying to use them. So you can be proud of me. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope I don't have to edit this video because I think it was too long. And I might have to do some abrupt editing. So excuse me if I do. And hope to see you soon. Take care, everyone. And happy 1 year anniversary to me. And thank you for joining me in this beautiful journey. I've had the best time so far, and I am so grateful to everyone that's subscribing to my channel, and to everyone who's leaving comments and being so supportive to me. It makes my day. It really helps me. So thanks again. I know I've said it a couple times, but I can't help but repeat it on a day that like today, which is like the 1 year anniversary that I've been on YouTube. So hope to see you all soon. Hugs and kisses to everyone, and take care. Okay, bye.